bad luck! You are ugly, but you are beautiful.
So what if we told you that the movie once dubbed the biggest box office flop might be making a comeback, but with a fresh twist? Yup, it's like Disney's considering giving it a reboot. So let's jump right in and explore what we've heard about it, shall we? Alright, let's rewind a bit for those who might not be familiar with what went down with the John Carter franchise. Back in 2012, Disney took a swing at adapting Edgar Rice Burroughs' Barsoom series with the film John Carter. Directed by Andrew Stanton and starring Taylor Kitsch, Lynn Collins, and a slew of other talented actors, the movie followed the interplanetary escapades of John Carter as he tried to bring peace to the warring kingdoms of Barsoom. Now here's where things get interesting. This wasn't Disney's first attempt to bring Burroughs' work to the big screen. There had been multiple attempts dating all the way back to the 1930s, but they always seemed to hit a roadblock. Fast forward to the late 2000s, and Disney decided to give it another shot with Stanton at the helm. Filming kicked off in 2009, and the movie hit theaters in 2012, marking the centennial of John Carter's debut. But despite its grand ambitions and impressive visuals, the film didn't quite hit the mark. While it garnered praise for its stunning visuals and epic action sequences, it also faced criticism for its characterization and plot. And here's the kicker: it bombed at the North American box office, resulting in Disney taking a hefty hit. With a production budget of $263 million and a worldwide gross of $284 million, it ended up being one of the biggest box office flops in history, leading Disney to scrap plans for future installments in the planned trilogy. So what went wrong? Many have pointed fingers at the film's marketing campaign, which was dubbed one of the worst in movie history. But now, with rumors swirling about a possible reboot, could John Carter get a second chance to conquer the box office? Only time will tell. With that said, Disney might be dipping its toes back into the John Carter universe, but this time, it's not for the big screen. Our sources have spilled the beans that the House of Mouse is cooking up a John Carter reboot series for Disney+. Now, you might be scratching your head thinking, why now? Well, it's a valid question, especially considering Disney's recent struggles with making its streaming service profitable. With other major studios also facing content cuts and cancellations, it's a bit of a head-scratcher. Let's rewind a bit to 2012, when Disney took a swing at John Carter on the silver screen. It was a swing and a miss, landing the studio in a heap of disappointment when the film flopped big time. So, for Disney to greenlight a series now, especially one that would likely require a hefty budget for special effects, is raising some eyebrows to say the least. That said, some may argue that since 2012, times have changed and audiences are now more open to a John Carter series. But others argue that we know too much about Mars these days to buy into the fantastical elements of the story. And let's not forget the elephant in the room: Star Wars. With Disney pumping out Star Wars series left and right, some wonder why they're doubling down on another sci-fi franchise. It's a valid point, especially considering director Robert Zemeckis turned down the chance to helm John Carter because he felt Star Wars had already mined similar territory. But hey, maybe Disney sees potential where others don't. Perhaps they're banking on John Carter offering something fresh and different from their usual fare. Or maybe they're just hoping lightning will strike twice and they'll hit the jackpot with a successful series. With that being said, let's now delve into the potential sequel territory for John Carter that never quite saw the light of day. In an interview with The Wrap, director Andrew Stanton spilled the beans on the scrapped sequel's plot titled Gods of Mars. The sequel would have kicked off with a prologue narrated by different characters from the Barsoom universe, offering a glimpse into the history leading up to the events of the film. Stanton described a poignant scene where Dejah Thoris, played by Lynn Collins, would recount the tale to her child Carthoris, revealing the untold story of his father, John Carter. However, the tender moment takes a dark turn when the child is unexpectedly snatched away by Matai Shang, a shape-shifting villain, setting the stage for the sequel's adventure. Originally intended as the first installment in a trilogy adapting Edgar Rice Burroughs' Barsoom books, John Carter faced numerous challenges, particularly in its marketing. One of the pivotal missteps was Disney's decision to drop Of Mars from the title, a move that contributed to the film's muddled marketing campaign. Despite Stanton's reservations, the change went ahead, leading to confusion among audiences and hindering the film's success. The lackluster marketing strategy failed to highlight Stanton's directorial prowess or Burroughs' esteemed literary legacy, further complicating the film's prospects for a sequel. Despite Stanton's ambitious vision for the franchise, including a grand narrative that would explore hidden civilizations and unearth long-buried secrets on Mars, the likelihood of a follow-up dwindled due to the film's underwhelming performance. Reflecting on what could have been, Stanton shared his intricate plans for the sequel, envisioning a journey that would reunite John Carter with old allies and thrust him into a perilous quest to rescue his kidnapped family. The sequel would have delved deeper into the rich mythology of Barsoom, revealing clandestine societies and ancient technologies hidden beneath the planet's surface. While Stanton's vision for the sequel remains tantalizing, it's a bittersweet reminder of the missed opportunity for the John Carter franchise. Despite his meticulous planning and creative ambition, external factors such as marketing missteps and audience reception ultimately dashed hopes for a continuation of the saga. Though the Gods of Mars sequel may never grace the silver screen, Stanton's revelations offer fans a glimpse into the expansive world-building and narrative potential that could have propelled John Carter into a beloved franchise. As we bid farewell to the untold adventures of John Carter and his companions, we're left to ponder what might have been in an alternate timeline where marketing strategies aligned with creative vision. What could have been in store for John Carter is another part, titled Warlord of Mars. In this sequel, Carter finds himself in a desperate race against time as he seeks to thwart the nefarious plans of the Therns, who are intent on destroying an entire planet. Utilizing their shape-shifting abilities, the Therns infiltrate Martian society, manipulating factions into conflict to buy themselves time. Meanwhile, Deja, Carter's resourceful partner, develops a device to unveil the Therns' disguises. However, the cunning Therns outmaneuver her, destroying the device and escalating the stakes of the conflict. As the tension mounts, the Therns succeed in eliminating Carter, or so they think. Unbeknownst to them, Carter's demise is merely a ruse, and he awakens on Earth, ready to embark on another daring adventure. Back on Martian soil, Edgar, a steadfast ally, aids Carter's return to the Red Planet. With the specter of global conflict looming, Carter and his allies embark on a perilous journey, armed with their last remaining Thern detector. Guided by the elusive Thern Trail, Carter confronts Matai, the mastermind behind the Therns' machinations, in a climactic showdown to save Mars and claim his rightful title as the Warlord of Mars. The fate of John Carter II and III serves as a cautionary tale, underscoring the precarious nature of the film industry and the pivotal role of effective marketing and branding. Despite the creative vision and ambitious storytelling of director Andrew Stanton, external factors ultimately sealed the fate of the beloved franchise, relegating its promising sequels to the realm of what could have been. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.